What's up, you guys? My name is XGWX, and on this channel, I mainly do reactions. Once in a blue moon, I'll do a gaming video. But first, before I get right into the actual video, I'm going to tell you guys, where have I been for 2 weeks? Simple and fast. I'm going through personal issues, family problems, and my own mental health issues. So 3 big things that I need to work on, and I'm getting better every single day. And I also been seeing my family more. That has been my goal for this year, is to see my family more. And it's going strong. I hope I can still do that. And also, I have been distancing myself from social media and mainly giving myself a break from everything. And that was another reason why I didn't post. So, I'm back with it. And let's get right into this video.
Nah, nah, nah. Tour to the other side. Chuck it to the other side. It's all love, just know we down to ride. No new faces, no strangers vanish. I remember we were down, we never panicked. Now we got it, we super rockin'. Make your little girl wanna dance, see her booty poppin'. Heard you talking all about it, I really got it. Heard you talking all about it, I really got it. Yeah. Young guy, trust guy, I be like, what's up, guy? I was down so bad, I took those L's, I was like, what, guy? Now I'm up on my way to the bank, I'm laughing.
Oh man, this is about to be a banger. Criminals exploded on the judge in the courtroom. Let's get right into it.
My life, you
Wow. Shouting profanities never works. Never works. You just lose steam when you yell.
This is Alan McCarty Jr.,
you in that
who's facing charges for threatening a public official in Florida. Alan threatened Circuit Judge Stasio Warren after she ruled against him in a child custody case.
Communications, Warhurst.
Yeah, I want to report a crime that's about to
I
happen.
can't speak on, this, but I do know how it feels to, see your mom and dad get divorced. But it never came down to a child custody case, which, in my favor, was very good.
What do you mean a crime that's about to happen?
Yeah, there's about to be a crime that's going to happen if my kids don't come back to me, you stupid. Because your stupid judges don't want to bring people to courtrooms. I got a gun pointed at your building.
Alan is now facing Circuit Judge Matt Foxman to learn his fate. Just when you thought Alan
Probably tackled his ass.
couldn't sink any lower, his behavior in the courtroom will leave you stunned.
You want to testify though?
No, I don't. This is all being done unconstitutionally, unrightfully. Y'all are you ain't allowing my evidence. You ain't allowing my people.
We haven't started the trial yet.
It doesn't matter. You still deny it.
Alan couldn't contain his anger during his sentencing hearing and spewed profanities at Judge Foxman. When Circuit Judge Matt Foxman mentioned that Alan had even threatened the unborn child of a prosecutor during his trial, all hell broke loose.
Number one, you threatened the unborn child of the prosecutor directly in an open.
What a bunch of guys, you stupid piece of.
Then also,
You threatened my life.
Yelling profanities is not going to get you anywhere, but make it 10 times worse than yourself.
in the
You
Alan erupted, showering Judge
I don't know if he knows, but the dude sitting in the judge's seat is a white man. I don't think
Foxman
that
with a
hurts him
barrage
at
of
all.
expletives. He called him every name in the book and then some.
back room.
suck my dick. No, I'm not standing.
Stop resisting.
I'm not resisting. I'm just not.
You
standing
know
up.
how someone
I'm
do
not
that
standing. I don't have to
in your cell. but
Alan
they-
was confined to a small room behind the courtroom for the remainder of the hearing, where he could still hear the proceedings over a speaker and watch through one-way glass. But that didn't stop him from causing a stir. His shouts echoed through the glass. You could hear him disturbing the proceedings.
What was
Allen received a whopping 20-year sentence for threatening Judge Warren, and to ensure he learns his lesson, an additional 10 days were tacked on for contempt of court due to his outbursts. Alan McCarty is a prime example of a convict acting crazy in court. However, could using her grandfather as a punching bag be considered even a little crazier? Like in the infamous case of Ebony Burks, a 32-year-old woman who is facing charges for domestic violence and assault in Ohio. At the Elyria Municipal Court, Judge Gary Bennett informed Ebony that she was not allowed to contact the victims involved in her case. That's when things took an unpleasant turn.
On the assault, I'm going to set a $7,500 cash or surety bond. That bond is conditioned of no contact with Tiffany Castro. No contact means you can't call him, you can't write him, you can't text him, you can't email him, can't leave a message on some social media, you can't go visit him.
So you gonna tell me I can't go home?
I'm telling you, you can't go home. If you live with If you live with Mr. McCrae, you cannot return to
Can't hear you because your mic is full of androids.
that residence.
Ebony took offense to the fact that she couldn't reach out to her grandfather, Shedrick McCrae, with whom she lived. She lost her cool and started arguing with the judge, going against his instructions.
But how you just gonna tell me I can't go home now?
What?
How you gonna tell me I can't go to my house?
I just did.
Well, I bet I do.
Well, then you're in contempt, young lady, and you've got 30 days. So you're not going. You're not what?
Whoa.
Get back! Get back!
You just said I got 30
Get
days.
back!
I'm not getting nothing else.
That's another 30 days. That's 60 days.
Initially, Judge Bennett handed down a 30-day sentence for contempt of court, thinking that would be the end. But Ebony continued to speak aggressively and argue with the judge, pushing him to increase her sentence.
You got anything else to say, Miss
Like I
Bird?
said, some of these criminals make it 10 times worse on themselves. She could have been out after this court or whatever it is. But now she wanted to open her big fat mouth and keep on talking, and she got 60 days in jail. What an idiot. What a certified dumbass. Excuse my language. But jeez.
That's 300 days.
As she continued speaking, the judge increased the prison sentence to 300 days. However, let's compare the jaw-dropping reaction of Ebony.
My God, that's a year and 35 days.
To the astonishing outburst
Sorry, I had to do the retard math because I couldn't do it.
of Henry Eldon during their sentencing. While the crimes committed by Eldon are reprehensible, their conduct in court will make your blood run cold.
Henry T. Eldon, Henry T. Eldon, Henry T. Eldon. I have called him thrice. I have no response. Get up here in this seat right now.
The court reporter has to be established before anything can proceed.
Henry sees himself as an American national, a sovereign citizen above his country's common laws. Listen as he explains.
Acting in the capacity
I'm not acting. I'm a witness. Just an American national.
Eldon was accompanied by a friend, a fellow sovereign citizen member, who recorded the whole proceeding on his phone. The friend even defended Eldon's misbehavior in court.
I'm a witness today of this.
Okay.
I'm a witness, okay? Okay, what I'm saying is, he is present, and he's chosen not to step up there. He's asking not for a appointed lawyer. He doesn't need an attorney, okay? So I'm just a witness that he is present here, okay?
Well then, take him up there, tough guy.
Court reporter begins. For the record, I'm a witness.
If he doesn't need any of those, then take him up there, tough guy.
Down.
This is
now,
Ted Eldon.
You sit down, not say another word.
That's Ted Eldon.
After some back and forth, Eldon reluctantly and partially obeys the judge, but the judge has had enough of his defiance.
You are going to be held in contempt.
All right, Mr. Eldon, can you just stand up for me, please? Turn around and place your hands behind your back, if you would.
And who are you? And do you have a warrant, a signed
I do
warrant?
not have a warrant. I've just been made aware by the judge that he wants me to take you into custody for obstructing judicial process, okay?
He started demanding to see the oath of office, the acceptance letters, and the acknowledgments of the judge and the prosecuting attorney. He wants to know everyone's names in the room. Fast forward to the next court hearing, and Eldon fails to appear. A bench warrant was issued for his arrest, and he was sentenced to 2 weeks in jail. However, while this reaction could certainly be dismissed as an effect of overzealousness, the same can't be said for Joseph Jerome Batten.
Okay, next fellow would be Joseph Jerome Batten,
who's facing charges for trespassing at a local track and casino in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
How you doing, Your Honor?
Good morning.
I do have a history, Your Honor. Can I speak to you, Your Honor?
Batten is an unrepentant trespasser. This is the second time he's been caught in just 2 months. In fact, he's been convicted of it more than 10 times in the past 2 years. So, he's no stranger to the Bond court scene, and he doesn't want to resolve his case.
I already know I got a history. This man ain't said nothing to me now time in here this morning. All right, Your Honor? I'm just being frank with you. That's the only place I go. Only thing I do, as you can see, is nothing but trespassing, because that's my only entertainment. All right, is go to the track, and I like for you to make an offer. And if I like it, I accept it.
Despite what his public defender advises, prepare for a twist that will make your jaw drop.
You discharging your public defender at this time, sir?
No, I ain't discharging, but he ain't presented the way I wanted to be presented. I ain't say resolve it. I said make an offer, which is how much time, whatever is 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I want to resolve it in that frame, in that fashion, sir.
The attorney tries to interject and get the conversation back on track, but Batten doesn't let him.
I've explained to Mr. Batten not to talk about the facts of the case.
Ain't no facts. We ain't going to trial. I'm asking you to make an offer, Your Honor. Straight up. It's the history, proof is in the pudding. That's the only thing I got. As you can see, ain't nobody been hurt. I ain't never intoxicated when I'm arrested, so it ain't nothing. You know what I mean? All it is trespassing, simple trespassing.
Surprisingly, Judge John Cantini was convinced by Batten's compelling arguments. He gave him a 45-day jail sentence in the Broward County Jail.
I respect your request, sir. I'm going to go ahead and offer you a chance to be, if you were to plead no contest at this time, sir, I would offer you an adjudication. You'd be convicted, of course, as you have indicated. You have many of those already, and you'd be in. The plea offer would be 45 days in the Broward County Jail.
Batten believes the sentence could be shorter and gives his reason.
Well, nah, I ain't gonna set 45
I was hoping he would
days,
get
so
70
days,
days, but I'm just kidding.
These niggas my downfall. What? These niggas prayed on my downfall. Oh no.
My birthday coming up. I'm hoping you can say a week or two, and I agree with that. You know what I mean?
But the judge stands firm. Ultimately, Batten respected the judge's decision but declined the offer. He took his chances and appeared before a different judge, where he ended up pleading no contest and receiving a lighter sentence of just 17 days in jail.
Okay.
However, while it was clear that Batten wasn't happy to hear he was spending 45 days behind bars, his reaction to his sentence was similar to the case of Joshua Martinez.
Okay, so he got what he wanted, but not what he wanted, but 45 days and then drop down to 17 days? Not bad.
Who's facing charges for driving with a suspended license in Las Vegas, Nevada. In court.
Yeah, don't do that in Las Vegas. You'll get the wee woo, wee woo, wee woo.
Martinez represented himself. And when
just ask Henry Ruggs III that question.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Judge asked him for his plea. Martinez wanted to clarify a few things before proceeding.
Just I have a couple questions before we proceed. I don't understand the nature and cause of the charges.
You're charged with driving on a suspended, canceled, or revoked driver's license. So
Okay. Is that a criminal offense or
it's a
civil?
criminal offense.
Criminal? Okay. Is there a sworn statement against me or injured party?
I believe you probably received a citation on April 12th. That would be the criminal complaint filed against you.
He wants to understand the nature and cause of the charges. He believes that there might be some legal technicality to exploit. The judge, unwilling to entertain Martinez's diversion, explains that he is charged with...
What is there to exploit? If you didn't want this to happen, then don't do it. I bet you money, he knew he had... Man, like, this stupidity is insane. He had revoked driver's license, so he should have known not to drive. But somehow, he decides to do it. And basically, it's on him, no one else. It's his fault, and hopefully he learns from his actions. which most of these people do not do.
Driving on a suspended, canceled, or revoked driver's license.
Okay, so the city's the victim in the case?
The city is the, yes,
Victim?
the charging part.
So they're the
yes.
victim?
Sir, the victim element is a different legal term than is used.
It seems straightforward, right? Well, not for Martinez, who starts questioning the judge.
Okay, so
What is your plea on
if the
charge?
city
Mr.
is
Martinez,
the,
Mr.
if they are
Martinez,
the
today is your-
victim,
Mr.
I would like
Martinez,
to
I am in
move
charge
this
of
to a
this
federal
courtroom, and
court.
you're gonna stop
No, we are
interrupting.
in charge of the courtroom, ma'am.
Marshall, would you show Mr. Martinez the inside of our holding tank, please? You're not gonna tell me who's in charge of my courtroom, Mr. Martinez.
The judge has had enough. She decides to show Martinez who has the authority in court. After about 20 minutes, Martinez was brought back to be sentenced for his newly acquired contempt of court charge.
Let's see how this
Okay,
went.
Mr. Martinez, since you have informed me that I am in contempt of court and that you are in fact in charge of this courtroom, I'm going to go ahead and sentence you today to direct contempt of court. I will give you an opportunity to apologize if you choose to do so and behave in a manner that I consider appropriate for a courtroom. Would you like to do that today, Mr. Martinez?
I would like to proceed only if I can have my questions answered. That's all I
That
wanted.
wasn't my question, sir. Did you wish to have the opportunity to apologize and proceed in a manner that I consider appropriate for the
Probably not.
What would I be
It is a
apologizing?
yes or a no question.
What would I be apologizing
For
for?
your direct contempt of court, sir.
All I was asking was legal questions, ma'am.
I disagree, sir. To tell me that you are in charge of this courtroom and tell me that I am in contempt is not
He was probably still drunk.
asking legal questions. It is
He's
contempt.
probably.
Martinez
That was-
tries to argue his case, mentioning his Sixth Amendment rights, but it's too late. However, just when you thought you've seen it all, another convict surpasses Martinez's wild courtroom display. Enter Karen Stevens, who has brought a case against attorney Paul Nicoletti in Michigan. Karen represented herself and sought to challenge the sanctions attorney Nicoletti wanted to impose on her. The surprised judge did not understand what was going on.
My motion for sanctions against Mr. Nicoletti for this vexatious and frivolous PPO.
I'm sorry, on his what?
I have a motion for sanctions against...
I know that. And the purpose of the sanctions are based on what?
It was a frivolous and vexatious PPO based on nonsense. I am not stalking Mr. Nicoletti.
I haven't signed a PPO. How can you ask to sanction someone when you haven't even been served?
That's the point. He
Stevens, do not interrupt me when I'm speaking, ma'am.
I have a constitutional right to be heard.
She don't like fucking around.
On what basis? There is no case
Going
before
Judge
me,
Judy.
ma'am, other than the fact that you filed this frivolous motion, taking up this court's time for no good reason other than your own personal vendetta against this man. Here you are taking up my time so that you want me to chastise him and make him pay money? No, ma'am. Your relief is denied, and in addition to that, I am sanctioning you with costs of $500.
Thank you, Your Honor. Karen appeared stunned by the decision.
Dang.
Not only did she not get what she came for,
What a butt blow, bro. That sucks.
she's now to pay $500 in fines. But she wasn't done.
I knew it was fixed.
I beg your pardon?
I knew it was fixed.
Miss Stevens, I highly suggest that you just exit my courtroom and go pay the sanctions before I find you in contempt.
Luckily, she was able to leave the court with just a fine. This is Shelbyville, Kentucky, where a divorce hearing has turned into a heated debate. In this case, the husband has filed a motion requesting that his ex-wife be required to secure her prescription narcotics inside their home, which they share with their children aged 14, 16, and 18.
They're old enough and they're wise enough not to go around taking... I mean, I only interviewed the children for a few minutes.
2, 4, 6, 8. Who do I... Whatever. Couldn't finish
And
this.
I get it that they're okay with not taking... Your children are very bright, and I can't even believe you would make that motion.
The attorneys remind the judge that one of the children has expressed thoughts of hurting themselves during the divorce proceedings, raising concerns about mental health.
Judge, in all due respect, I can appreciate what you're saying. They are good children, but there has been some mental health concerns, and we just think it's good practice to do that.
Even with this information, the judge remains unconvinced, and insists that there is no evidence to support the need for securing the prescription narcotics.
I mean, it's not a 2-year-old who'll pick up a pill off the floor.
The frustrated father presents a reasonable counter, but the judge doesn't buy it.
Your opinion on that, I'm sorry, is just wrong. Intelligent children die of overdose just as well as unintelligent children.
You have no evidence to put before me that these
that
children.
is-
Oh, listen, you need to stop talking.
I'm
You
sorry.
really do.
I disagree with you on that.
Well,
These are the
fine,
lives-
you disagree,
this
but
is
you're
the
not
lives
up
of my
here.
children.
I've ruled on that.
Unable to hold back his opinion, he has something to say to the judge.
Ridiculous.
The judge promptly holds him in contempt of court and reprimands him for his behavior.
You're in contempt of court. You don't tell me that I'm ridiculous. Do you understand me? Have a seat over here,
Your hair's
bailiffs.
ridiculous.
The bailiffs escort the father to a seat in the courtroom, but the passionate father doesn't give up. He continues to plead his case, emphasizing that the well-being of his children is at stake.
You heard yourself that one of my children talks about committing suicide, yet they're in a house full of narcotics that are unprotected. Do you not see that that could be an issue?
He points out that having unsecured prescription narcotics around children could be a serious issue. However, the judge remains firm and dismisses his concerns. If you thought the actions of these convicts were shocking, you'd be amazed at this video of dangerous gang leaders.
Well, that was some action too. Criminals that exploded on the judge in court. Until next time, my name is XGWX, and I'll see you guys in the next upload. I'm out. Peace out, bitches.
I really got it. Young guy, trust guy. I be like, what's up, guy? I was down so bad, I took those L's. I was like, what, guy? Now I'm up on my way to the bank. I'm laughing, ha ha. Now I'm up on Billy.